In recent days, we have seen more frequently some attitudes that women are adopting with their partners. And this is a concerning issue because as individuals, we all deserve respect, but as men, respect is fundamental in our relationships, as it makes us feel genuinely loved. That's why today we will look at the 8 attitudes you should never tolerate from a woman. Welcome once again to You Should Know. If you're here, it's because this information interests you, so subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Let's get started. Number 1. Never allow yourself to be kept away from loved ones. Understand this, you are a unique person with your own passions and preferences. What defines you is your history and the people who have been a part of it, including your friends and family. That's why you can't allow your partner to force you to distance yourself from them. You deserve to have a space where you can be yourself without having to give up what makes you happy. Don't let anyone keep you away from your friends or prevent you from doing things you enjoy. If you have that personal space, you will be stronger and you'll be able to share a much happier and fulfilling life together as a couple. Don't be swayed by the romantic notion that love means giving up everything. If you feel like you have to give up something, it's not true love or simply not what you need. Don't abandon your job, your studies, your friends, your family, your hobbies, or your personality for someone else. You are valuable just the way you are and you deserve to be loved for who you are, including your friendships. Number 2. Don't tolerate any form of deception. This might seem a bit obvious, but it appears that it's becoming more important to remember every day. If a girl deceives you, say goodbye without hesitation. Don't tolerate any form of deception because that will open the doors to an endless spiral of lies and deceit that you don't deserve. Expressions like, "I was confused," or "I wasn't in my right mind," are lies unless there was some major force involved. If you're weak against these expressions, she will play you again and again without any remorse because humans are creatures that learn based on the degree of consequence our actions have. If she realizes that her deceits have no consequences, she'll do it again. It can hurt a lot, and you might consider forgiving her on different occasions, but stand firm and turn the page. It will be the best for you and your peace of mind. Before we continue with the video, subscribe and activate the notification bell. Give it a like, it would help me a lot to keep making these videos. Number 3. Jealousy is not synonymous with love. If a woman believes that jealousy is a sign of love, that can be a problem. Some people think this way, and as a result, they have issues in their relationships or end up in very toxic ones. If your partner believes that if you're not jealous, it's because you don't care, this is a harmful thought and reflects a lack of self-esteem. It's important to distance yourself from such messages or actions from your partner if you don't feel comfortable. If you can't resolve your differences, it's better to end the relationship. Look for someone who respects your boundaries and doesn't make you feel insecure. It's crucial to trust your partner and avoid invading their privacy since it's not only illegal but can have negative consequences. Lies will eventually come to light, and if someone has failed in the relationship, it won't be your fault. Extreme jealousy often indicates insecurity, and while it's normal to feel insecure at times, it's important not to let this insecurity become a negative habit that wears you down. Don't waste time in senseless arguments due to jealousy. Instead, work on improving trust and communication in your relationship. Number 4. Unpleasant arguments. Don't misunderstand me, it's impossible to avoid arguments at all times. They are normal and even necessary for the progress of a relationship, as they encourage problem solving between partners. The problem arises when arguments become unpleasant and constant, and to make matters worse, disrespect starts from both sides, hurting and being hurt equally. Once you reach this point in your relationship and feel hurt, you can't stay there. This is something you shouldn't endure from anyone. Number 5. Narcissistic individuals. These individuals are easy to recognize and very dangerous in a relationship. When talking to a narcissistic person, you'll only get complaints that someone is jealous of them, or they're envious of them, or that every man they know is interested in them. They also tend to have delusions of persecution and love to talk about themselves, regardless of what happens to you or how your day was. It's understandable that high-value women know their worth, but it's important to differentiate between the role she occupies in the chain and thinking that everything revolves around her. I say you shouldn't tolerate this because when narcissistic traits emerge in a relationship, respect for you will decrease dramatically because narcissists generally have no respect for anyone, and you'll practically become a slave to making everything about her. Number 6, she isn't willing to support you. The foundation of any relationship is mutual support. Just as you should support your partner in their dreams, goals, and objectives, she should do the same for you. In fact, having common goals to grow as a couple is even better. Everything is fine up to this point. However, things start to falter when she begins to raise objections to your objectives. If you want to achieve a goal and it requires sacrifices to yield positive results for both you and her, but she tells you it's not feasible, or she doesn't think you should do it, or she simply doesn't like what you're doing, mind you, she has every right to express her opinion. It's time to sound the alarm bells because the relationship will become a burden for you. It becomes a burden because she will want you to support her in every way, and she will reproach you if you don't, but she won't reciprocate that support to you. Are you going to tolerate that? Healthy relationships are precisely built on mutual support. If you have to stay up late working for the good of both of you, she should wait for you, support you, encourage you to keep improving, or even help you find a way to do the same work without wearing yourself out. That's what a partnership is all about. So, remember, if you don't see reciprocity and support, get out of that relationship. 7. She doesn't care about your boundaries. Setting boundaries is important so that when someone does something that isn't right for you, you don't let it slide or lash out in anger. Boundaries help you maintain your comfort and security in all aspects. Learning to be firm and composed about what you like and dislike in the relationship will save you a lot of trouble. For instance, if you're on a date and the woman you're with is constantly texting, that's disrespectful. Try saying confidently yet gently, "I know you're a busy woman, but how about we take the time to get to know each other better without phone interruptions?" This shows her that you're not comfortable with her using her phone during the date, but you're subtle enough not to make her or yourself uncomfortable. If there's no improvement, you know what to do with people who don't respect you. Number 8. She sees you as a driver, not a partner. This is quite common in relationships, especially because women often understand that men have a primal protective instinct, and we want to protect our partner and take care of them at all costs. It often happens that maybe she went out with her friends for coffee or a movie, and knowing that you have that protective instinct, she calls you asking if you can pick her up. Now, accidents can happen. Perhaps she forgot her wallet, but when you arrive to pick her up, you realize you're expected to drive all her friends as well. This shows you're just her chauffeur. You can avoid this by firmly saying, "Look, I can understand if you forgot your money and called me, but remember, I'm your partner, not your friend's chauffeur." Show her that your boundaries exist and that she can't cross them without consequences. Your value as a man is based on the respect you receive. The more respect you receive from those around you and from your partner, the more value you'll have as a man, because that's what life is about. Now you have these 8 things you can't tolerate from a woman. Make her respect you subtly and enjoy your relationship to the fullest. If you like this video, I invite you to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Until next time.